Hello, everybody, and welcome to the first annual Dick Pod Awards, where we give out shitty, pointless awards for the guys who drive in circles in really the year 2022. So this year, since it is our first year, we're going to break down how we do it. We're not like every other awards ceremony where they hand out, driver of the year for all the winners. They give it to all the winners. No, we're gonna do the most pointless and useless and random awards possible because you know what? That's what we do on the Driving in Circles podcast. So we have three forms of motorsports we're gonna cover today. We got multiple categories for every form. So we're gonna start with IndyCar, and the first segment, as I said, we're gonna have a lot of bullshit this award ceremony. The first segment we're doing, the best looking driver in the IndyCar field. James, can you please tell them the nominees?
The nominees for the best looking IndyCar driver of the year are Santonio Ferrucci, Callum Ilott, and Patricio Award.
All right, let's slowly open up our ballots here, and the winner is, by a landslide here, Pato Award, who drives for McLaren SP, has won the best looking driver award. Quick disclaimer, we did not ask any women about their opinions. We asked only men. Take that information as you will. Next up, James, is the next category for IndyCar. How about you
The
tell them about
next category for IndyCar is the worst driver, not at the front of the field, but the back of the field. Worst driver in this 2022 IndyCar season. Tell us the nominees, Kyle.
Our nominees are former 7-time NASCAR champion Jimmy Johnson. Next up, rookie for Andretti Autosport, Devlin DeFrancesco. And the guy that I totally forgot was even in the IndyCar field, and I've been following for several years now, Dalton Kellett for AJ Foyt Racing.
And the winner of the worst driver of the year, prestigious award, Dalton Kellett. We're not going to clap that. Don't clap that award. That is not a good award. We just got to let it.
Don't encourage that.
Dalton Kellett has by far been the worst IndyCar driver. Like in the past decade, he has been the worst IndyCar driver.
I wouldn't say all that now. Like, damn.
Okay.
You wouldn't.
We are considering only full time. We did leave Tatiana Calderon.
Don't disrespect Tatiana Calderon like that.
Don't disrespect.
We did leave her off the list. Out of respect, we left Tatiana Calderon out of the list. But Dalton Kellett, who has had 3 full-time IndyCar seasons, who has not had a best points finish of higher than 23rd in points, who drives for AJ Foyt Racing, not a bad team, but definitely like a lower mid-pack team, that's terrible. That's terrible. He is going to be out of a ride next season, justifiably so on his results, and that is why he won. Which award, James?
Worst driver.
It's not what we put down, but we changed it so that we're advertiser friendly.
Yes.
Okay, Corey, what about our next award, our third award?
All right, we have number 3. We have most likely to kill. Nominees. We got Connor Daly, Devlin DeFrancesco, and our favorite, Takuma Sato. And the winner for most likely to kill is Devlin DeFrancesco.
Also not a word we clap about, Kyle.
Hey, all I'm saying is he was definitely the most entertaining to watch.
Says
willpower. Says willpower.
Says willpower.
Says willpower, and every other IndyCar driver on the field has had something to say about Devlin DeFrancesco. Even
not good. Not good. Just something to say. Not good.
Jay,
just something.
All I'm saying is, have you seen poor Devlin's Instagram post? The guy is literally hurting, and nobody seems to care.
Sounds a lot like me. On to our next award. Kyle, give it away.
Okay, so we have two nominations here. We have a sound bit from Alex Pillow at St. Pete, and we have Colton Herta at Long Beach. This was a very close race between these two, but the winner goes to Alex Pillow at St. Pete. And here's the quote: "I don't want to hear your voice every lap."
I'll update you every lap or every other lap.
Every other lap is fine. I don't want to hear your voice every lap.
That was one of the funniest moments of the season. Mainly because IndyCar drivers don't usually yell out that much, and when they do, it is hilarious. He's basically chewing out his entire pit crew because they are talking way too much.
But now we have our final award for the NTT IndyCar Series, and that award is Driver of the Year. But we are excluding the champion, so no Will Power. None of that. That's just a cop out. We're not choosing the champion. We are choosing the Driver of the Year that didn't win the championship because he deserves just as much recognition. And the nominees for Driver of the Year that did not win the championship are Scott McLaughlin, Pato Award, Scott Dixon, and Joseph Newgarden. And the award for Driver of the Year that didn't win the championship goes to Scott McLaughlin. Give it a round of applause from the man. Wait, is he Australian or is he New Zealand?
He is a Kiwi. He is a Kiwi. He is New Zealand. He is.
That's not down under though, right?
Well, no, it kind of is. It's near Australia.
He's not completely 180. He's not completely like upside down. He's kind of like
He's horizontal.
He's almost up. Like,
hey, that boy
down.
horizontal with it. He horizontal with it.
He on the sides. He on the side.
You feel me?
Yes. So Scott McLaughlin with a breakout year after his rookie year last year, 3 wins on the season. I think the second most podiums on the season. Very consistent. Was there in the championship fight, but was a long shot. But he is our Driver of the Year in terms of the greatest performance upgrade from last year. So now we're moving on to F1. We'll be doing a couple of the similar topics, but we got some unique ones for F1. Corey, how about you hop into the first one?
All right. We have Seller of the Year in F1, meaning that you sold hard as hell. Like you sold. You just sold. You got your trash. You sold. So our nominees are Lewis Hamilton, Mick Schumacher, and Ferrari. And the winner's Ferrari. The winner's. I don't need to deliberate and do that dramatic. It's Ferrari. You should have seen this coming. You should have seen this coming. You're stupid if you didn't. Like actually, if you ain't seen this coming, you're
James,
stupid.
Can you put up on the screen a collage of a bunch of fucking sad
how did you fuck up that badly?
Like in the right top corner, you're gonna have them putting on the hards at Hungary. And in the middle of the screen, like the biggest fuck up is Leclerc at Monaco. Down at the bottom, it's gonna be them. It's gonna be Leclerc spinning at France.
France. Yep, Leclerc at France.
You know, a lot of on the top left, we're gonna have Leclerc not getting pit at Britain, so he would end up losing because he was on the hards and everyone else was on the softs.
And then you know what, James, throw a picture of Mattia pointing his finger at Leclerc too.
Really after that Great Britain race,
really sinks in there as a Ferrari fan. Yeah, nobody else stood a chance. I mean, nobody else. This was literally.
This was Ferrari's.
They fucking sold, man. They fucking sold. They sorry as hell. How do you fuck up that bag? Like how?
This is literally the only award they have won this season.
Wild.
Insane. Anyway, next award. It's I will be introducing. It is the Multi 21 Award. Now, if you are not big brain and do not know what Multi 21 is, it is basically the team orders or the extreme, in this case, the extreme fuck ups of these teams and how they can't get their shit together. This is excluding Ferrari and based on the other teams, because Ferrari, if we put Ferrari in this, they'd win. They'd win too. Like, they'd win everything about F1 that was not good. So we had to exclude them to only one award. The nominees we have are Red Bull at Brazil, Aston Martin at Brazil, and Alpine all season. Well, judging by the fact that one of them is all season, the winner of this award is Alpine. James, would you care to explain?
I can't explain because this teammate rivalry was so bad it caused Fernando Alonso to go to Aston Martin. I don't think that is next level bad. Like, you're going from a decent team to Aston Martin just because you don't like how your teammate races you. I'm just gonna say that is an all-time move right there from Fernando Alonso. He's moved a lot. He's made a lot of questionable moves in his career. Made a lot of questionable choices in his career. But him moving from Alpine, who just won best of the rest, to Aston Martin, who just finished 7th in the constructors, just to get away from Ocon, bit crazy if you ask me.
Hey James, haven't you noticed a little trend here? Haven't you noticed a little trend, especially with cars that are sponsored by BWT and driven by Mr. Esteban Ocon? He seems to drive away every single one of his teammates. They literally every teammate that Ocon has had, he has had run-ins with on track, and literally has caused them to get the fuck out of the team.
Well, no, the when it was with Perez, he got out of the team. Esteban got kicked out the team.
Yeah,
That's Kyle's failure to know F1. When you come up here on this podium for the Dick Pod Awards, you got to know what you're talking about, Kyle.
That's why
I know
I'm
what I'm
down there.
talking
That's
about.
why I'm down on the floor over there, waiting my time.
You scooched up over there next to Jake Gyllenhaal over there. You're gonna stay over there, and
Hey, man! Don't disrespect my table of Jake Gyllenhaal, Ryan Reynolds,
Ryan
and
Reynolds is not at
fucking
your
The
table.
Rock.
Ryan Reynolds is not at your table. You got Jake Gyllenhaal, you got Lupita Nyong'o, and you got John Cena in his 5th children's movie of the year.
Hey,
Nick
man!
Killing.
He's doing his best, James. He can't get the same roles as The Rock.
He got the same roles as The Rock when he was in the Fast and Furious movie,
And it
which
didn't go so well,
bombed.
okay? That's why.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay. Let's not hold this up a lot longer because
Stop beating down on my table, bruh.
your table
Announcing the
sucks.
awards.
I probably have a good table. I'm over there schmoozing it up. I got what? Tony Hawk. I just got celebrities. I don't even got movie. I got Tony Hawk. I have Ryan Reynolds. I have
No.
Ryan Reynolds. You don't
What?
get Ryan Reynolds.
Can I get
Corey's
Hugh
just
Jackman?
no. You don't get Hugh Jackman. I want the double. I want the double. I get Wolverine and Deadpool. You could just get Ant-Man.
I got Tom.
Oh.
I got Tom Holland. I'll take Samuel L. Jackson over here. I got Denzel Washington over here.
You can't take all the prominent Negroes, Corey.
We got Zendaya because she with Tom.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, he got that pair. Anyway, we're getting off a track. James, make sure to put up on the screen all of our tables.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Anyway, what's the next award, James?
The next award for the Formula One FIA World Championship is the best helmet. Best helmet. There were a lot of great helmets this year, but we can only choose 3 to nominate, 1 to win. And your nominees for the best F1 helmet are Daniel Ricciardo's helmet at Coda, Zhou Guan Yu's helmet at Abu Dhabi, and Lewis Hamilton's helmet at Monaco. And the winner of Best Helmet of the Year, Zhou Guan Yu at Abu Dhabi. It was an amazing helmet. It just looked like fine china. I liked it. A lot of people loved it. Zhou Guan Yu came out with the heat all year with the nice fancy schmancy helmets, and this one just took the cake.
Understandable, respectable. I liked all of Daniel Ricciardo's helmets. That's the best thing he did on track all year was wear those helmets. Let's be honest.
Oh, that was a cheap shot.
Anyway, next one. Radio clip of F1 of the year, Cory.
So we have soundbite of the year, and it was a pretty funny kiki haha moment, as we say, and it was, I don't know what happened there. The car feels weird. Nicholas Latifi at Suzuka in Japan, when he went down the wrong turn. He turned right too early. Bro went down the access road into a guardrail almost. And he's like,
Then
Damn it.
blamed it on the car.
Yeah.
On the car.
The car did it, not me. I didn't do a fucky wucky.
Not sure what happened there. The car, it was strange. Anyways, I'm okay.
Yeah, okay. You clear behind.
He tried his best. He tried his best.
He's trying. Same thing with Dalton Kellett. Unfortunately, this will be Nicholas Latifi's only nomination / award win he will ever have in his F1 career.
It's a shame. It's a shame.
Very shame. It's a big shame. Okay, final award for the F1 season. We do have Driver of the Year. It applies the same as IndyCar. We do eliminate the champion. Okay, so our three nominees are Charles Leclerc, Sergio Perez, and George Russell. This was a very close one, but we have George Russell winning this award. This is a very controversial award win, but we have come to the decision that George Russell has made the biggest leap in terms of his on-track performance. We know that it is pretty skewed, seeing that he did drive a Williams for 3 years, but he did show the most improvement. He did get his first win, and he was constantly at the front. And unlike Charles, where he choked his championship, and Sergio, where he got dicked around by Max telling him no, George was definitely seen as almost the number one driver at Mercedes this past year, and that is why he wins Driver of the Year.
I think that's a very well deserved award for George Russell.
Very well deserved.
Cory, thoughts?
Bohemian, yes, I agree.
Cory's had a little too many of those complimentary shots at the table.
Hey, somebody tell the bartender to stop giving him gingerbread
Cut him
Pop-Tarts.
off.
Nah, I need my Pop-Tarts, man. Put a picture on the screen of my gingerbread Pop-Tarts, man.
Speaking of
This
Pop-Tarts, our sponsor, Pop-Tarts.
No, it's
You
not.
put them in the toaster,
Right,
and they're good.
It's right.
Pop-Tarts.
James, it's an ExpressVPN. That's a sponsor.
Pop-Tarts.
ExpressVPN, James.
You know what? I think James is lagging because that was last week's sponsor. This week's sponsor, you wouldn't have that problem with NordVPN because you would get a private VPN so that you wouldn't get tracked that you're eating 27 boxes of gingerbread Pop-Tarts, and then the internet won't be shoving gingerbread Pop-Tart ads in your face.
Hey, listen.
Click the link in the comments to get 10% off with the code DICKPOD69.
Nice.
To get 10% off of your first month's trial.
You know, guys, It's quite ironic that we talk about ads and commercials as we go into our first award for NASCAR, Best Commercial of the Year. Best Commercial of the Year. And the
That
nominees
was a
are
fucking amazing transition there, James.
amazing transition, amazing. But best commercials of the year. The first commercial, probably the one that got played out the fastest, but still a great one. The Save at the Pump commercial. Everyone knows what I'm talking about.
You saved at the pump?
Even my mother knows about saving at the pump.
Everyone knows about Saving at the Pump. Second commercial is the Ally commercial. Very cinematic. You know I have vocal dyslexia. Don't
You
bully
have
me.
vocal, hearing, and sight dyslexia. You got all types of dyslexia, bro.
All types. But very good commercial. You do have an ally in the brand. I can't explain it anymore because I sound stupid. And the last, and definitely not the least commercial is the Toyota commercial where Uncle Curtis P. Bush, gets zapped into a UFO at North Wilkesboro while showing off Kyle Busch's new alien car for the the Toyota, when they were saying you could make a scheme, blah 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 blah. I don't remember.
It was the Toyota Fire thing.
The Toyota, yes. Amazing commercials all around. But there can only be one winner. And that one winner of the best commercial is Toyota. Let's give it a round of
James,
applause.
insert a clip of Kurt Busch screaming as he gets sucked into the UFO.
Revealing contact.
There you go. Use my screech if you can't find a clip.
Okay. Yes.
Have a
Okay.
PNG. Give it a little shake effect as I scream.
I'm not doing that.
I know you.
Okay. Cory, would you like to take us to our next nominee?
Yeah. Deepest bag. So we have the Deepest Bag Award, meaning the person who excelled in this specific environment. So we have some examples here, which are our nominees. We have Chase Elliott in the summer. There was like a good 5-race stretch where he finished first or second, and it was impressive. As much as we don't endorse William Clyde over here, we give it up the fact that that 5-week stretch was insane. Next up, we have Christopher Bell on the cut line in the playoffs. Just insane in the membrane. The Roval and then Martinsville. Like, everyone talks about Ross Chastain, but like no one talks about Bell getting 2 back-to-back walk-off wins.
As well as getting Gibbs' 200th win.
Because he's nice with it. And then this is what I wanted up here, but James is a little hater, and he didn't want it. It was Larson at tracks with blue walls because he won at Watkins Glen, he won at Auto Club, and he won at Homestead. All tracks with blue walls. But I'd say that's a pretty deep bag. But no, James is a hater, and we can't have nice things because of him. So our winner for deepest bag is Christopher Bell on the cut line.
That's a clap. That's a clap right there.
Christopher Bell. I think he should take Kevin Harvick's nickname as the closer because
Whoa, hey,
pal, listen here, boy. Listen here, boy. Boy.
Christopher Bell could have theoretically walked away with the 2022 championship if his crew member didn't close the door on his hand in the wheel, then they would have been cut.
That was a very Vince Welch. That was very Vince Welch of you,
Kyle. That was
extremely Vince Welch of you.
Think about that for a second. That was you.
You don't talk. We're gonna continue on with the show. You've
lost
talk for a little bit.
You lost word privileges for that. You know what? I'll do.
Yes.
James, you want to do Kyle's? You do Kyle's. You do Kyle's.
I'll do Kyle's next one.
All right, and then I'll do the one after that.
After many victories in this 2022 season for NASCAR, the best way to celebrate a victory is a good burnout.
Or a glass of buttermilk if you're from the 20s in Indy cars. Nice bottle of buttermilk.
Well, we're not from the 20s, and we also don't hate black people. So, the best way to celebrate a burnout, the best way to celebrate a win is a burnout. And we have three of the best burnouts from this year. Only one can win the award. The three best burnouts we have are Bubba Wallace at Kansas after getting his first win of the year, Tyler Reddick at Texas, and Alex Bowman at Las Vegas. And the winner of Best Burnout is Bubba Wallace at Kansas. Not only was it a good burnout, he did the thing where like you're on the embankment and you like get in the gas perfectly to where you're doing a perfect burnout and slowly creeping up the embankment to maximize the wheel spin in the smoke. It was amazing. It was good burnouts. It was his first ever burnouts in NASC in the Cup Series, and he performed.
That deserves a stickle. Next up, soundbite of the year for NASCAR. We did a lot of funnies, little cheeky haha moments. One of them was Kyle Busch at the Daytona 500 saying, and I quote, not word for word, bar for bar, it was something along the lines of, "The came across my nose, hooked down the track, and I did some twirly doos." That was funny. But it was the other Bush brother in the All Star race with Kurt Busch. Soundbite of the year. The left sides feel like Jordans. The right sides feel like Skechers. Kurt Busch from the All Star race.
Pretty great description. Pretty great description.
Yeah.
And also,
Well,
Kyle, you are off your punishment for
no,
saying
he's
that.
not.
Don't
No,
yes
he's
he
not. No, he's
we're
not.
not. We gotta diversify it, Corey. We have to let him off his punishment. Speak,
Fucking
Kyle.
lame. Boo.
Wow. Well, so we have here is the driver of the year, winner for NASCAR, just like the other two. We will exclude the champion, Joey Logano. Nobody really liked him, but these were
Unless you're a
our
Nash boy stand. Unless you're a Nash boy stand.
Well, here are who we would have thought is a deserving champion. We have Ross Chastain, Christopher Bell, and Tyler Reddick. Notice how we didn't have a certain Napa number 9 driver on there because of extracurricular reasons.
We are haters. We are proud haters. We
don't mess with that
We
William
don't
Clyde boy.
we don't find garlic parmesan wings spicy.
Yeah, we hate your favorite driver because we are different and popular. Nerd.
Okay.
Dork.
And the driver of the
Weeb.
year category goes to Christopher Bell.
Well deserved. He showed up when he needed to, except for in the championship when his crew didn't show up for him. But he showed up. He drove his ass off all year. I think he deserves it.
His crew member's hand almost showed up on the racetrack.
You're not wrong. If he would have pulled off with his crew chief, with his what is it? Was he
Jackman.
That's the
It was
Jackman.
Jackman's hand.
If he would have pulled off, his Jackman's finger would have been in turn 3.
Most definitely. Now we have the Universal. This is going to open it up, not just from the 3 series, mainly from the 3 series, but we did throw in some other gems from other series, including IMSA and a few other series. But James, would you like to take this one? First one.
The first Universal Award is a prestigious award, especially if you mess with one Chisel Adonis. It is the Hold My Nuggets Award, given to one of the most brazen moves of the year.
It's
and the
nominees.
Hold My Nuggets Award. And the nominees for the Hold My Nuggets Award are the Hail Melon, Pabst Motorsports move at the end of the Rolex 24 to lock up the win, and Colton Herta's power slide in the rain at the Indianapolis road course. And the winner of the Hold My Nuggets Award is the Hail Melon. Did you expect anything else? I give it
The
away.
other nominations were great moves, but none of them really held the significance of the Hail Melon.
Nothing can really hold the significance of the Hail Melon. That was just probably one of the greatest moves ever.
He knew the risks.
And he
He
took
took
them.
them all. He just took
That
them.
is that's the definition of going up, doing it, and then after you do it, you go up and whisper in his ear, "Hold my nuggets, suck my dick."
That was not planned. That part was not planned. That just
In the
shows that me and
slightest.
James is just
We
like
got
that.
that
Me and James,
chemistry.
we got
We
that
got that
team chemistry
chemistry.
on 99 overall. Fuck it, we keep it 100 with the team chemistry.
What you
Kyle, what you
mean?
know about that, Kyle? What you know about that, Kyle?
Not a
Maybe
damn thing.
maybe I need to be replaced by
It
somebody with
doesn't matter what you think about it.
maybe I need to be replaced with somebody of honorary melanin.
Shut the fuck up, Kyle.
Shut up, Kyle.
You're
That was a terrible.
I'll handle this one, James. Let's shut the fuck. You go sit in the corner. Go sit in the janitor's clause in the fucking MGM Grand that we're in. Fuck out of here. The Honorary Melanin Award presented by the African American community to our unmelanated brothers, to those that have done enough. That I would say they get a plate at the cookout. They get a plate. They get a
Not
seat
even a
there.
plate. They get a seat.
They get a seat next to grandma.
They get a seat.
They
They
get a
get to
seat
come
to Mama
inside. They get to
Dukes.
play cards.
They get a seat next to Dukes. They get a seat next to Dukes. You feel me?
Yup. Shoot,
And
they
there's
get
only one man that can get it, and that's
a
Tyler
single
Reddick.
man.
And that's Tyler Reddick.
Tyler Reddick.
He was
This
putting
man,
it on. He was supporting the local plug with the 3 sidecar.
as
Come on,
well
man.
as well as beating the Doonies down on a melanated sister.
Yes, Howard.
Yes, Lord. Tyler Reddick, the only nominee. The only nominee. Only nominee. Because of this sole purpose.
He's just
Tyler
like,
Reddick.
and now he's
He is
gonna be
just him.
teammates. He's gonna be teammates with Booby Watson at 2311.
Immaculate.
The scenes are incredible.
Impeccable. Biblical, if you would. But now we move on to the last award. Probably the most prestigious award. Kyle, take it away.
All right, the last award is the, as we call it, the off the Henny Award. Basically, probably the most outlandish things that have happened on a racetrack. Surprisingly or unsurprisingly, they are all NASCAR related because, as the stereotype goes, NASCAR is just a bunch of rednecks throwing hands outside of race cars. And we have 3 of them here. 2022 has been pretty eventful. Let's go through them. Nominees are Bubba Wallace killing Kyle Larson at Vegas. Joey Logano kills William Byron at Darlington, the first one. Denny Hamlin and Ross Chastain decide to play punchies at Gateway. And the winner is, for the last award of the night, Bubba Wallace. Bubba Wallace absolutely physically assaulting Kyle Larson on national TV.
I clap that one up
That's not a clap.
wholeheartedly.
James,
No,
James is enjoying this.
That's not a
I
clap,
clap that
James.
one up.
James
Not
is
only did he give this man a concussion and break his spine, but he also ran up to him to try and instigate a fight. That is just all time off the Henny right there.
That is, but
All
Kyle,
time.
But Kyle Larson did the good rebound and dominated the very next week. So I mean, they both came out that pretty good. They came up off that. So
What a
Uh,
what a show! What a show! Wouldn't you say, guys?
I would say an expletive, but I don't feel like it right now.
What a show!
it
You
is
know,
a today was a good show. This is
great, great award
well,
show.
folks. That will wrap up.
Don't rush it. Don't rush it. We're having a moment. We just did a really good job. We spent 35 minutes talking to the public. Everyone that made it this long, give yourselves a nice little clap. And you know what? We're gonna give the fans of the year to you guys who sit through this load of garbage that we spew out every week or so. Because you guys, without you guys, we'd probably just be jacking off right now because it's 11:34. We wouldn't be doing nothing productive because of the people that be coming back and watching this. We want to thank you.
Yes, and with your help, with your guys' support, we're pushing through. We're putting more effort into our content. As you've noticed, the quality of videos have gone up. The production value has gone up a little bit. We are still
Barely.
working in the red, but we're going a little bit more deep into the red every podcast episode. So if you
If you
guys
just so you know, the offer from last episode still on the table.
still on the table, but that does not apply to that episode. That will apply to this episode. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, we talked to Jose. He's up for it for every episode that you guys get over 30 views. 30 or 50?
50, not
50 at
30.
over
50.
50 views. He will do a giveaway. And
Until we get big enough to where we're getting 50 views every single video, then we're gonna up it to like 100 or like
then from
200.
there the giveaways will only get bigger. So let's just continue to grow this. This is one of the last like bow tie episodes on the 2022 season before we start doing some stuff focusing on the 2023 season.
Now we just
And
gonna be
Super
we
bullshitting.
excited. Got a lot of news to cover.
We gonna be
lots of
Also,
news to
bullshitting.
cover.
We gonna be bullshitting and fucking around.
yep.
Also, be on the lookout because Dick Pod Gaming may become a thing. Don't say
We
I
go.
Pod
said that
gaming,
though.
Dick Pod reviews, Dick Pod reacts, all coming along.
Dick
Just
pod dicks.
And now on that note, let's call it.
So you're saying we can't make Adam
all
and
right, guys. Thank
we're
you for
not
watching
gonna
the
have
first annual
Adam and
Dick Pod
Eve line?
Awards. Make sure to like, comment, and
We can't
subscribe.
do
Share with
that.
your
We can't
friends.
have an Adam
James,
and Eve
hit that
line.
outro music.
Noah Gregson. Beep beep.